Okay, about to pull out from the side parking bay. Make sure always check your mirrors. We call it Milo, so it's mirror, all your mirrors, center mirror, side mirror, looking over your shoulders, indicating. Check over the blind spot one more time, and pulling out, still looking over your shoulders, scanning your mirrors as you're pulling out, straightening up, and checking that center mirror behind you, making sure you know what's coming up behind. Okay, approaching intersection now, nice and steady, indicators on, following the curb, approaching, all clear, kids walking across the road, just pulling out nice and steady. Now we're entering a 40 zone, so doing about 30 k's at the moment, a lot of activity, kids getting dropped off at school, parents still parked up on the side of the road, keeping clearance from those parked vehicles as well. So coming up here, making a right hand turn, just hugging that right hand side a little bit when you're doing a right hand turn, and wait for that vehicle to pass, and turning nice and smooth into the street. Okay, a bit of a scan of the road, still another 40 sign here. Guy wants to walk across the road, so we'll just approach at a nice speed. All these side street junctions and everything, just make sure we're scanning. When we say scanning, we're scanning on a roughly a 45 degrees, so we can see on approach if a vehicle's going to be entering a bit fast or not going to stop, we can react in time. So we don't want to be scanning when we're checking down the street, that's a little bit too late, and you will get marked on that. So the assessor will like to see, you know, head movement and eye scan as well. So pulling up behind the Ranger here, keeping a bit of distance, still being able to see behind the back wheel. Approaching up here, nice and steady. Got a lot of vehicles coming on my right hand side, so just okay, we've got a little bit of a gap coming up after the white Prado. Wait for the Prado to pass, off the brakes and ease the accelerator in and straightening up. So again, still in a 40 zone. You can see the end of school zone sign. Cars wanting to come out of the driveway, so okay, approaching a roundabout, a lot of activity again, indicating right. Our intention is to turn right. Okay, we've got a man that's wanting to cross, but he's not ready at the crosswalk, so we're good. Entering in, vehicle's going straight there, giving way to our right, so we've got right of way. That white vehicle needs to stop and then indicate to exit out at the 90 degree. Okay, and proceeding on again, bit of a head scan. So it's that time of the morning, it's 8:40 on a weekday, so you can see still a lot of activity on the road at this time. So always just be aware what time of the day is as well, whether it's school zones, either 7:30 to 9 in the morning, or if it's towards the afternoon, basically 2:30 to 4 during school days. So just keep an eye on those. During those times there's usually a little bit more activity on the road. Towards the afternoon, of course, you've got that peak hour as well, just out of school zone. So usually from about 3:30, 4 o'clock, you've got a lot of people coming home at that time. So approaching another roundabout, checking to the right, approaching at a nice speed, roughly about 30 going in, halfway point, indicating left to exit, and then coming out. So all these built up areas, usually when you're, if it's not school zones or roadworks, you know, by default, it's standard 50, so we'll just stick with that rule. So we're going to turn into the slip lane here onto Hepburn Ave. So as the slip lane opens up, we enter in, and then basically approaching at a nice speed, checking to my right, looks all clear, and pulling out. I'm going straight into the right hand lane because my intention is next roundabout. So we just passed a 70 sign there, so we accelerate nicely up to 70. The reason why I went straight into the right lane, further up here, my intention is to turn right at the next roundabout. So holding nicely at 70. Okay, so we're coming up to the roundabout up here. Now this roundabout here is a very busy roundabout. There's a big cross street between Hepburn Ave and Mirrabooka Ave, so, and it's a dual lane roundabout as well, so all four sides are double lane roads, so there's always double lane roads means extra traffic as well. So coming in, we indicate right because we're turning right at the roundabout. Again, keeping distance from the Yaris, always being able to see the wheels in front, so we're normally quite safe. We were talking about, you know, 2-3 meters there. So all these vehicles in front look like they're turning right, so again,